Just breathing your day, yeah, making waves, kicking ass online, can't behave, laughing in the face of wannabe queens, living off memes and caffeine dreams. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Foodie Beauty, fat flex, but she shapes the beam. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Foodie Beauty, fat flex, but she shapes the beam. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. Just breathing the day, ain't no one can catch, calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean, in the murky depths of live stream. Tears down the walls with the wit so raw, filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch, calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean, in the murky depths of live stream. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw, filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw, filters off, can't handle her flaw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw, leaving haters burned, exiled. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch, calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That is woman with the smirk so mean, in the murky depths of live stream.
Good morning from me and my mean smirk. We're earlier than normal, but I wanted to do that because we're going to go hiking this morning. YouTube's been glitchy. That is what I do know. Yesterday, I thought I was imagining things when I was live. I mean, some of the comments I'm pretty sure weren't in English. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I thought I was imagining things because I was struggling to breathe up there hiking in the hills. But I think some people aren't able to chat. It's holding a lot of messages for review. So if you don't see your comment, you're probably not blocked. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to see to approve every single message. So I guess it's going to be a whole lot of listening unless you're able to chat. Hold on one second. Now I got, oh crap on a shit. Hold on. Oh, okay. You're back. It acts like the person is banned from the channel when they're not. It was going on yesterday too. Notifications are messed up. That was a translation glitch. Okay, yeah. I mean, like I said, I thought I was imagining things yesterday, but it's good to know that I wasn't. Sometimes I know I'm crazy, but sometimes I wonder if I'm crazier than I know. Does that make sense? All right, we're going to recap all Foodie Beauty drama. Hi, hello, everybody. Hurricane Paro, I think I saw you pop in. Good to see you. Hello, Ruby, Candy, Mrs. C, Ricky Bobby, Rainbow Road. Free the people, are you here yet? Well, I don't know, but if you're listening, hi, hello to you too. Am I missing anybody? I'm sorry if I am. I think I saw, wait, there was a Froggy who came in. Hello, Froggy. I don't know if you're on Twitter or not. All right, so we're going to recap Foodie Beauty. So remember when she almost got arrested and she was yelling at the security guards, telling them that they had small dicks, they're losers. If they touch her, she's going to kick them in the balls. She's going to fuck them up, all that kind of stuff. Well, then she starts singing a different tune, okay? After her million-hour live stream where she was all cocky and arrogant and telling everybody that she was going to go sit in front of the mall and film people and kids too, the next day she comes live with a community, or not comes live, but she posts a community tab saying that she apologized. So yesterday when we were hiking, we were talking about Foodie never apologizes, like rarely. I mean, I can't think of a time actually recently that she has apologized, other than to Salah. And then the food mall court thing issue, grocery store. Anyway, something big had to have happened. And then we find out that people reported her to her apartment complex for filming in the gym and filming in the building. And it turns out that the same people who own, I guess, the mall own the apartment building. So we're going to go into that. And then we're going to talk about her live streams from yesterday. I believe there was 2 that I know of. And I have some clips for you too. It was embarrassing. And her fake apology was just as embarrassing. Frontier Apartments own the mall's land. The cops stopped by, maybe. And some of the things she was saying, I remember people were posting the laws over in Canada, and she's not allowed to use the language she was using. You know, I want to point this out to Foodie Beauty. I feel like it was not that long ago. A lot of us were upset by a major event that happened, and Foodie Beauty said, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. So I just want to bring that to her attention. Hi, Foodie, if you're listening. All right. Oh, poop. Hold on. I am not with it this morning. I don't know. Do you ever have really good sleep, but then you're not fully awake? Like, I could go back to sleep right now, but you know what I'm going to do instead? We're going to laugh at Chantel, and then we're going to hike our asses up a hill. Yes, we are. All right. Now, let me attempt to do what I was doing, which is put you guys one place. Well, no, I don't like it this way. Hold on. You know? Oh, no. Hi, good morning. Caffeinate with me. As soon as we get to a clip, I'll be caffeinating. I have to open up my Twitter again and then go back to it. I don't know. It put Twitter on the wrong side to me, and I was going to be thrown off if I had to look at the chat on the side I wasn't used to. And then Twitter, it was too confusing for my brain. And then I clicked out, and then, yeah. Anyways, hi, hello. Maybe I should start hiking first thing in the morning because that gets my brain going. Yes, it does. But then it's also coyote mating season, and I don't want to run into coyotes mating or whatever else. It seems like they would be grumpy to see me. So, you know, this is why we usually wait till later in the morning. All right, I'm back to where I want to be, I think. I don't fucking know anymore. Oh, there we go. All right, now let's see if I could do this the right way. Oh no, now I have 2 of Twitter. Oh, I don't like myself. Fuck my life. Oh, there we go. But you guys can't see it. Oh, shit. I give up. Wait, maybe I don't. Can you guys see it now? Did I do? Oh, God. I think we figured it out. Hey, Maggie. Good morning, for the people. I'll be in and out. Got to keep up on Pro and PFL tournament going on right now. Got a couple buddies in the top 10 right now. Good luck to them. Can't figure this Salah character out. What's his objective? If money, where is Chantel getting her big bucks from? So we think he's a romance scammer, and he's getting Chantel's big bucks from her corn that we think she's filming in her room, and the feeder content that she does too. I mean, I could be wrong. I'll also be in and out. That's okay. To everybody listening, go on with your life. I will be concentrating on Twitter. Anyways, I thought this was really funny. Fat Kid Cool posted this. In theaters now, starring Foodie Beauty. Gone with the Mall. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a ham. Anyways, it's starring the mall rat. I need someone to make this into an actual movie. Please and thank you. I don't have the talent nor the patience, but if you out there can do that, I would watch it. All right. So she made a community post saying, hello. I want to say that I sent an apology message to the mall and security from yesterday. I was out of line. They were just doing their jobs. They didn't deserve to be verbally insulted like that. From now on, I will be much more careful about where I live stream and will only broadcast where I'm legally permitted to do so. That's so that's a lot different from the day before, whereas I'm going to find out exactly where I can sit in front of the mall, and I'm going to film the people of the mall and the kids too. And then she's going, oh, the kids, the children. Somebody came to her door. I swear. Okay, she says, this comes from my conscience alone and not from legal repercussion. I mess up a lot and err as a flawed human trying to navigate a toxic online world. But I do feel bad after, and I just want it to be known that I despise how I feel after hurting someone. Okay, for one thing, she didn't write this. I think ChatGPT did, AI of some sort. And yeah, somebody came to her door. She doesn't apologize, like, for anything. She's never sorry. So why now? Unless they came and told her that she was going to be permanently banned from the mall and thrown out of her place. At least to talk to. Sounds like cops got her. Yeah. Maggie plus her government assistants, I'm sure too. Those type of people would deal with the worst of the worst. $50 Amazon gift card. You make a great point. It has to be that. I think it's been a romance scam from the beginning, Rainbow said. How fun. I know what kind of car you're getting, and it's so cool. I want to say, but I'll let you. I'm jealous. A rumble at my bottom said she probably wanted to check if she's allowed to come back or not. So that's why some people think it's the only reason why she reached out. And then it turns out she didn't even like give them a direct apology. I think she went to the website and like where it says contact, she wrote an apology there. Who knows if they even checked that? Lori said Foodie had someone allegedly report her for filming in her apartment elevator and gym. Okay, so Token Diva, it says reply to Token Diva. Someone in her apartment building called the police to report her for filming inside the apartment building. You can't report people inside the elevator and in the gym room in your own apartment building. Get fucked. I love this for her. She told the internet to do her worst. I mean, so they did. Apology for misspelling your name earlier. Oh, you're fine. Okay, so chatter speculating about how mall security was tipped off and what her next steps are. Mon Fupa Fate Mall said Garda is the biggest security comp in the world, based in Montreal since 1996. Chantel was spotted, and now her pictures and films are going around their system. All this had nothing to do with haters. Anyways, I think Chantel is playing her game as usual. She's making a drama dangerous enough for her to move again in Syria without pissing off her Beezers. That's all. She said it very clear. She doesn't care to lose her place. It costs too much anyways. And then Lurking here said, please don't blame the victim. Not cool. These people are totally unhinged. I don't think people were calling at first. I think people were noticing her filming. But then I think as she got more nasty and ragey, then it became a game. Every time she said, do your worst, people did. Sorry, yes, private seller. Ford Mustang. I'm in need of a new vehicle. My current vehicle is old and beat up and nickel and diming me to death. I'm so excited for your Mustang. I think those are the coolest cars. Aaron, hello. My autocorrect likes to randomly change words all the time. My phone does whenever I write the word the, like if I'm trying to talk about a band or whatever, it'll change the to Teresa, and I don't know why. I have no clue why. I don't text a Teresa at all. Nor do I like the name Teresa is never in my phone. So I really don't understand it. I think sometimes Apple is on crack, like Grok. I can't wait to show you guys what Grok did with the thumbnail. The thumbnail in this live stream, I don't know. I put it into the little Grok create video and it gave her a mohawk, and it's actually quite terrifying. But since I had to experience it, you guys have to as well. So there's that. Anyways, Foodie threatened violence. Hold on. Was there any replies to this? Victim. Beside the Beezers, no one is a victim here. All these is carefully planned for money and infamy. Please, we are not stupid. And I'm not a hater. I am more like a nemesis. Are we supposed to believe Foodie's a victim of something? Of herself? Simone said yes. I'm wondering what tipped them off too. Couldn't possibly be the fucking spectacle she is. Oh my gosh. That's one large woman. BB said they'd have clocked her way before that day because she constantly films everyone and is a belligerent bitch. The mall staff likely already had a nickname for her and were watching her. I would nickname her Big Bertha. How about you? No offense if your name is Bertha, but like, I don't know. Big Bertha just came to my mind, okay? Riz Dactylian said Foodie threatened violence towards the security guards, but she got a knock on her door today. Free speech doesn't extend to threats of violence. Yeah, she said she would fuck them up. Dub Dub said the fact that she says it's not from legal repercussions, tell me it's exactly from legal repercussions. You're a rotten egg to the core, Foodie, and yesterday you showed your true colors, just like the day before with your homophobic slurs. All right, we are going to get into the more recent stuff because, oh wait, she did post Ramadan Day 8. Had a hiccup, but I'm moving on. There is no sin greater than God's mercy and forgiveness. And then she says that. I hate how one day she's calling Islam or not a religion, a cult. She called Islam a cult. And then the next day she's using God as her shield. It's very annoying to me. I thought they were cool. I'm skeptical. There's no way they can handle the cold up here. Saw Teslas all summer on the road since winter. Haven't seen a single one. Really? The thumbnail is diabolical. Yes, it is. Richie said she loves to just move on, and today is a new day to justify every time she fucks up. Anyways, a hiccup isn't almost getting arrested. A hiccup isn't fighting with men in the parking lot. Do you know what I mean? Like what she considers as a hiccup is like a major thing to me. I don't know. I wouldn't want to fuck around and almost get arrested, but like I've lived that life before and it isn't great. The food sucks. The beds are hard. You don't get a real blanket. Like it's not fun. Dwight Schrute's hazmat suit said, which part of Monday was the hiccup? Eating before sundown? Getting trespassed after filming strangers in public after being told no the day before? Degrading the security guards? All the swearing in a hijab during Ramadan? Chelsea, I called you Chelsea. I'm going to say Lori. Lori, thank you so much for being a member for 16 months. I love you. I don't know why whenever I see your name, it reads in my head Chelsea. I don't know why. It's just how it is. Anyways, I love you. Thank you for being a member for 16 months. I didn't mean to just call you a name. That's not yours. Valerie Hutton said, the delusion is real. JM said, let me translate. I'm still faking being a Muslim to make people forget about the security incident I had. And now I go immediately to hide behind Allah, who I've never believed in and never will, just to try and shame my haters. But really, I'm spiraling, and Salah is not talking to me. Lisa Manning said, you meant arrestmented. Get it right. Paisley said it's getting easier to tell the ones her new friend Chat GPT writes for her. This person said, I feel sorry for the real Muslims, that people might think she represents them. Here they are celebrating a holiday like they should and getting together with family and all. Her religion is cosplay. It makes me viscerally ill. Nasya said, I'm sorry, however, how many hiccups must you experience before you actually begin living a pious life for Allah? With your lifestyle, there are too many do-over opportunities. There aren't too many do-over opportunities left for you. Lefty No More said, just another moment of weakness. Another issue will be her medical coverage if she leaves the country before her contractual 6 months is up. Maggie, she's been on government assistance many times. Chantal? Technically, she has no income. She was demonetized. I ship semis daily to Ontario. Yous are kind of my neighbors across the Lake Superior and Upper Peninsula, Michigan. I couldn't even focus after I read yous. My grandma used to say that, and I always thought it was the cutest thing. That there was yous and there were yas. And I loved every time she said it. Anyways, Karen said, hiccup. You mean a deranged mad woman? Her whole life is a hiccup? Yes, I agree. Sweet 16, Lori. 16 amazing months. You've seen it all being around that amount of time. The highs, the lows, the dramas. Thank you for sticking around. I love you. All right. Back to Chantal. Anyway, she writes this too. Girl World is a community that requires dehumanization to function. People with fulfilling lives do not archive behavior, coordinate harassment, dox repeatedly, track movements, or write 10,000 pages about a stranger. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but like the community she complains about, she's the one who made it this way. There didn't have to be doxing, there didn't have to be all that. But remember a time when she was besties with Missy Moo? And anytime a reaction channel said something bad about her, Missy Moo would get her the information and she was doxing. Like, remember with PI? They doxed where PI's kids went to school. All kinds of things, where PI worked, what her husband did. I remember they even showed his Facebook page, all because PI had an opinion about her. And they did it to other people too. Remember Anne? Missy Moo was getting in contact with Anne's sons and trying to convince them that she was crazy and needed to get off the internet. Anyways, remember the time where Foodie Beauty doxed Dee Dee's mom's nursing home? Foodie made it this way. I'm not saying it's a great thing that doxing goes on, and she only has a problem when it's done to her. That's when it's a problem. And that's when Girl World is so toxic and blah, 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 blah. And why do you have 10,000 pages to write about you? Honest question. Instead of being mad that many, like, I'm assuming she's talking about Kiwi Farms or something. Like, not that I'm a fan of them. I don't even fucking go there. But like, stop doing things for people to archive. That's what I would do. She bragged about it, if I remember correctly. Mrs. C said, yep, I remember that. Hey, Unicorn. Oh my God, I haven't been here in ages. Lupus has been kicking my soul lately, but so happy to be here and hearing this while rearranging my house before grocery shopping. It's so good to see you. I love your hair color, by the way. All right, we have a clip from Tat Von B. Let's see.
Ramadan, 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 ya Habib, Ramadan.
Okay. Tat Von B said, happy Ramadan from the beast. Would you feel some type of way if you were fasting right now and you saw this lady in a hijab eating like a pig? I would feel insulted. I would feel offended. I would have lots of opinions on her. But that's just me. Apparently, the Dad Challenge podcast covered Chantel being almost arrested again. And supposedly it was really good. Hectic Moment said, yay, he made another video about her. Get more awareness about her dangerous antics out there. I end up having a clip. I think it's like a minute long. We get to it. Okay, here's a recap of one of her lives from yesterday. Blah. TLDR, 2 hours and 20-ish minutes. Unbothered. Didn't actually email them all. Just used the contact us equivalent web form. Hasn't researched filming permissions. Her house is nasty. I saw a pot pie in her bed. Do you know yesterday after our hike, I was too tired to immediately get into the shower and wash Coco too. So I sat on my bed and then I washed all my blankets and everything. Like that. There is no sleeping with a pot pie. Her room is disgusting and we're eventually going to see it. Ugh. Anyway, she didn't actually email them all. Hasn't researched filming permissions. Her house is nasty. I think it might be in this thread. Thank you, Lori, by the way. Okay, hold on. I'm going to scroll past some of this stuff. Will Salah be upset if you don't have the stamina to walk places? I've seen theories that she's not really going to Malaysia, that she's going back to Syria. What do you guys think? Because if she knows she has to do a lot of walking, why is she just sitting around eating and scooting? And if Salah is supposedly going to be so mad that she can't go film places and do all this stuff, like why is she still doing what she's doing? I kind of believe that she would be going back to the Middle East somewhere. Maybe not Syria, but where else can he go to? It sounds like you may be experiencing sundowning, Chantel. Even the Beezers think she has some sort of cognitive degeneration. But she doesn't exercise her brain at all. At all. It's all hand to mouth, thinking about food. This is her bed. She's disgusting. Do you sleep next to seasoning? Am I doing it all wrong? I'm genuinely curious. Do you sleep next to your Mrs. Dash or whatever it is you use? Froggy said potato pie in bed and litter tray. Yes, she brought the cat's litter box next to her bed. And for one thing, she photoshopped this picture of BG in there. Like, why can't she use an actual photo? It wasn't BG. BG had an ET neck. Wait till you see this photo. I don't know what the hell happened to her cat. This is the litter box right next to her bed. Do you like to smell poop while you sleep? While you're cuddling your seasoning? Your pepper? Jeez. It could be caused from bad dental hygiene, Sunshine said. Couch cheese. Hi, Sunshine. Okay, let's see. Hi, Chantal. I work at the mall. I'll give you a hint as to where we sell food. Please note that my staff are not props for your live streams, and I have instructed them to be aware of you recording when you come in and to report you if you do so. Thanks for understanding, and remember, we will follow up with mall security. And then this account was immediately blocked. How do you say the name of this mall? Gloucester? I don't know. That's how my brain wants to say it. My Canadian crush bestie told me it's normal to keep their fingers warm in winter by putting them up their butt. Okay, well, I'm so glad we went through this thread. I sit on my hands sometimes, though. Do you ever do that? If you're cold all the time like me, I don't know, there's sometimes where I'm just sitting on the couch and then I put my hands flat and then I sit on my hands to warm them up. It's a great time. No hands going in the butt, though. You know, that seems very uncomfortable. Unless you're Rosie. The things I've seen. Anyways, I don't know what's wrong with this photo, but it creeps me out. Do you not see ETBG? If you have a cat, where is your cat's litter box? Is it right next to your bed? I mean, do you like to poop next to your cat? Do you have it in your bathroom? I feel like I wouldn't want a litter box in my bedroom where I sleep, but because I'm a mouth breather, so like I have to taste things as I breathe. I don't want poo to be in the air as I'm trying to breathe in my sleep. But that's just me. Maybe you sleep with it right on your bed, you know? I don't know. I stick them in my armpits. It's pronounced Gloucester. Thank you, at least here in the UK. Hi, Rose. Damn, autocorrect turns cold into Coke. Oh my gosh. If we had a cat, the litter box would be in the bathroom. I have a litter box in the bathroom. It seems like that's like the general place most people do it, right? Unless Foodie's going to be gone longer than a month. And so she doesn't really care if it's in her room and Pizza's going to be staying in her living room. Do you think he's going to be moving in while she's away? And do you think she's really going to Malaysia? I mean, it was so thrown out there. Like most of the time she tries to hide things for a little while. I think I'm team she's not really going there, but I guess we'll see. I don't know who's worse with cats, Chantel and Pete. Hi, for the people. Love your username. If you're not first or last, I say at least once a day. Peach Slick said her fancy new corner is at the end of Foodie's bed. Oh my gosh, what kind of filthy pig do you have to be to put the litter box at the end of the bed? I feel sick. She has a big apartment with plenty of other places to put it. I don't think she plans on spending a lot of time in there. I could be wrong. I keep the litter box in my son's bathroom. They could be smelly together. She could barely travel to the mall. True. So maybe she's just going to the Middle East. And then she's going to get back with Slaw temporarily until she can get him to Canada. And then he'll cheat on her all over Canada. Maybe even with Natter. Anyways, this is her future mugshot that I'm manifesting. I don't know. I just want her to be humbled. And Jill will definitely do that. I mean, you can't even look at people in the eye. I remember that after like the 1,000,000-hour wait in the holding cell until they give you where you're like, what? I forget what it's even called. It's been so long since I've been there. But even if you're only staying for like, let's say a day and a half or something in the county jail, like they have to process you in and process you out. Anyways, there's a point where they're giving you your cell and like what pod you're going to be in, and you have to walk to it. You're not allowed to look at anybody in the eye. They scream at you, yell at you. I don't know. You have to follow everything they say. It's very dehumanizing. It is. And like if you have an ego or you think you're hot shit, like I'm telling you, a night in county jail will fix that. She's one of those people who needs to be humbled. She just does. She thinks she could talk to anybody however she wants. She thinks that her shit doesn't stink, and I'm willing to bet it smells the worst. For whatever reason, she thinks she's prettier than 90% of YouTube. I mean, I can't think of anybody who is as ugly as her on YouTube other than Cyrax. They kind of look the same, but opposite weights. I don't know. Their teeth are horrific. Scabs on the head, baldness, weird around children. I mean, the similarities are kind of insane. Michael Furberger posted this. Sure, Ham. I love the Brady Bunch. I feel like I want to spend a day just watching the Brady Bunch, and I would have such a good time. And the Partridge Family. Are you weird like me and you know all the songs to every single one of the shows? I loved it when they all sang. I'm so weird. Okay, anyways. Chantel, this is disgusting. I'm itchy looking at all of this. I made my bed first thing this morning after I got out of it. How about you? Some people like to make their bed before they go to sleep so they could get into the covers like all snug as a bug in a rug. I don't know. I feel like I can't walk into my room with like the covers everywhere because it would just be a sea of blankets between the blankets that I used to cover me, Coco's blanket whenever she sleeps in here, and Chachi's 5 blankets. It would just be a mountain, a sea of sheets, a sea of blankets. Anyways, maybe I'm doing it all wrong. I'm not sleeping with any pot pies. If I use a tissue, I tend to throw it out or throw it into the little trash can in my room. How do you like your room out there? Is your room your sanctuary? That's how I feel mine is. Like, if it was chaotic and everything was out of place, I'd feel like I had no real place that was like, I don't know, safe and quiet. Does that make sense? She would become the jail boss. Maybe because she's so big. Sayla V said, I have an inside reliable source that says to me, and I have seen the screenshot that Salah is telling Foodie Beauty she needs to control herself, start working on herself in the gym, or she won't be going to Malaysia. Okay, Sayla V, I'm not trying to be mean, but do you know how many times I've had a reliable source, and while I'm sure you do, it would be very helpful if you had the actual screenshot to show. Mrs. Floopa Booty said, assuming this is true, if receipts come out, that would be fun. He's stupid to think the gym will change anything. She's doubled down on her calorie intake if she was exercising, and she wouldn't lose a pound. Cheryl said, the problem is, though, that Salah puffs his chest and acts so tough, demanding she conform to his rules. But once she stands up to him, he always backs down and gives her way. So Salah acting tough means nothing. That's true. He's a little bitch. Well, if I'd said, so this is a screenshot of a convo, by the way, Foodie and Solid, you were shown or told about. Saylavi said, no, someone just asked Salah some questions about how she's been acting. It's legit. Well, if I'd said, post the screenshots or it's just hearsay. Saylavi said it in due time as they are still talking, so take it as hearsay, but know it's real. A rumble in my bottom said, I very much want this to be true. Apply that pressure, Salad. Saylavi said, I assure you it is. Okay, well, it sounds like they plan on showing the screenshot. For now, I believe them. How about you? Believe me, Chantel isn't that smart to get away with government fraud for too long. Spotless bed made upon waking. Yeah, I like it when I walk in my room and the bed's made and the pillows are in a place like, I don't know, they're not in a pile on the floor somewhere. I feel like when you first walk into my room, the first thing you see is like the bed and then my PC and stuff like that. So anyways, it would just bother me. I'm not judging anybody else out there other than Chantel. And maybe if you sleep with a pot pie, because that's gross. But do whatever makes you happy. All right, we got some good steps in yesterday. So the hike alone, I had 4,401. And then, I mean, it's not like I just stopped walking around after that. I still had to walk around the house, all that fun stuff. But it just goes to show you, if you just apply a little bit of time, like look at it as self-care. I know everybody's busy, right? Like it's hard to find enough hours in the day. But I look at it, I could use an hour and a half just sitting on my butt and scrolling Twitter, or I could spend an hour and a half getting some exercise and strengthening my bones. And so I've been choosing that, and it feels good. And I like doing the steps. I like how WeWard rewards you for the more you walk. That's a great time to me. And I like how Coco knocks out after our hikes for a good period of time. There is no biting thumbs. There are no socks that go missing. There's no her trying to take my toes off. We have a nice hour where she's just so tired. And boy, that's great. Oh my gosh. No, we rocked it. Honestly, you guys helped me keep going. Like, I was thinking about this. If I was walking by myself and like I didn't have you guys at least cheering me on, and even if you're not cheering me on, I know that like somebody knows where I am, right? I don't know that I would be as brave as I've been with all the little paths and weird places Coco takes me to. I don't know that I would be so brave, but I know there's people there. People know where I am. People will find it odd if I just go missing. And then there's part of me too, when she's taking me on these side adventures, I'm like, okay, well, there's somebody who can't do this out there, right? Like I'll do it for them, or it just, I don't know. I don't know if I would be brave if it was just me and Coco. So thank you. Like you guys help me a lot and help me more than you know. Mandy, hello, by the way. Lori, what if I don't want to get off my ass? Okay, well, you work very hard and have a huge family and a whole lot of animals. So like you can sit on your ass. Like I think you can afford to. Anyways, back to Foodie's pot pie and tissues. This is giving me American pie. I don't know why, but it just is. Did you guys, obviously, if you guys are the same age as me, remember when that movie came out? I remember I had the biggest girl crush on Tara Reid. I just loved her. And now I can't search anything about her because it makes me so sad. It makes me so sad. I really want her to get better. There's like certain people, right, that were a part of my life in some way without even me ever meeting them. Like Boyd Tinsley, a musician. I want him to get better so bad. Anyways, Tara Reid, I hope she beats alcoholism. It fucking sucks. And the shitty thing is, like, most people don't know what true alcoholism is like, where it's unaliving you and destroying you. But to be without it, you have seizures and you feel so sick and it's so fucking painful. So you're stuck in this vicious cycle. Sorry, I know we're supposed to be making fun of Chantal. But anyways, I need to get this thought out. So you're stuck in this vicious cycle of you can't go 20 minutes without it, or even 30 minutes or however long, because it fucking hurts. But even when you're drinking it, it fucking hurts. So it's horrible. And I don't wish that upon anybody. It sucks. She's so beautiful. I think she is anyways. I hope she kicks alcoholism's ass. I hope she does. Hello, love. Glad I made it to the stream this morning. Poor Tara. I think she was cast a certain way and she felt she needed to keep it going. That party girl. Well, I remember when her and Carson Daly were together. Remember when they broke up, how it was like this big drama? I remember him saying, like, and he seemed so disgusted with her when he said this. Like, I'm sure the clip is out there somewhere, and I'm quoting him loosely, but he basically said her type of fun isn't fun to him. Like closing down places, stumbling out of places, being drunk in limos. Like, that's not his type of fun. And so I think, yeah, she did party too hard. And like, how does a person who's basically focused on work and probably likes to stay home outside of work, how do they have a long-lasting relationship with somebody who wants to stay out till 4 a.m. and can't remember shit, right? Like, anyways, I think when she got her botched plastic surgery, it really fucked with her. Because, some women, like, I don't know, we're told our bodies is what makes us. Like, for the longest time, that's what we've heard, right? Now people are being more acceptable or acceptive of curves and people with asses and stuff like that. But for a long time, we were told that we had to look heroin chic, um, and be perfect. I remember even growing up, like if you didn't fit in these certain hip huggers, like it was the end of the world, you know. Anyways, um, let me get back on track. I think when something destroys your body and it was supposed to help enhance it, like that had to be a hard blow to her, right? And especially if you're already like struggling with addiction. I don't know. I'm not trying to give her an excuse or a pass. Like, I don't know. People go through shit and it fucks them up for a while. And some people choose to not let it control them anymore. And some people can't seem to find their way out of the hole that they're in. And I hope she finds her way out of the hole. I hope she does. I'll go watch the video. Did he already lose the toes? Who? Josie and the Pussycats. I love that soundtrack. It's so good. Which I know is a Letters to Cleo album. That's the question. If they're there or not, the way it looked to me and didn't look normal, but I have glasses, not the best for, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. All right, let's refocus back to the pot pie. All right, Shoe Gal said to Foodie Beauty's mom, your daughter's out of control and unable to be a responsible adult. The state of her apartment, doesn't brush her teeth, getting into public arguments, threatening to film children, driving a scooter on busy roads. She is a menace to society and you need to get her ASAP. Titanium said, I wonder if anyone has ever called Adult Protective Services on her. Shani for Christ swore by those people helping her. Perhaps they are, since no one knows where Shani is. Rev/Jason is fine, but Shani? Who knows? Where are Shani and Rev? Are they still locked up against their will? It's probably the best place for them, I will say that. Michelle said, ew, what was she doing with that pie in her bedroom? The same room as the ring light? That's why I got a flash of American Pie, but she was doing it for money. Like, I pictured Fupa on the pie, and I really wish I didn't have the imagination that I do, because it's not very pleasant to be in my, sometimes it's a lot of fun to be in my brain, and sometimes I wish I didn't have such an overactive imagination. Be like water, baby, said Charlie Gold. Okay, what is this? Keep recording and disrespecting your fellow neighbors' children, and I'll keep reporting you, said Be Like Water, baby. And then Charlie pinned this comment, Foodie, I'm a veteran with a pension. I got time, baby. Thank you for your service, Be Like Water, baby. All right, let's keep going. Oh, this is amazing. ArtCat316 said, the great arrestment. Foodie Beauty inspired me to do a Renaissance-style drawing of this moment in her video. I hope Girl World likes it. You know, one day, if I ever have a fireplace, I think this should be hanging right in front of it. It's amazing, though. I wish I had this talent. I struggle to draw stick people, but I don't know. Facebook has been recommending me these little, like, draw something in 3 minutes, and it looks very easy. So maybe I could learn from that. We'll see. All right, here's a clip from Dad Challenge podcast. I think that's what it's called. Turbo 2-ton is how he describes her.
It's our roads. Damn it.
So I'm going to educate you today.
Are you going to educate us? Yeah? Professor Two-Ton?
He's trying to tell me that I can't film from here, from the parking lot.
Hey, Foodie Beauty. You can't, dumbass, and you know it.
Whatever.
Just roll on, bitch.
What a loser.
Yeah. The guy with the job telling the Turbo Two-Ton to leave for not streaming. He's the loser. And you're like, the camera's doing this. He's definitely the loser, though, in the scenario of the two of you. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's our roads. Damn it.
So I'm going to educate you.
I think she should be a DJ. And her name should be Turbo 2-Ton. That's what I think. His reaction was hilarious. I subscribe to him. He hates family channels more than I do. Oh, see, I went down a weird rabbit hole with him. I used to like somebody named Shannon Rose, right? And then she just did too much. But I genuinely got curious the other day, and I checked out her Patreon, and I don't think her and Travis are together anymore. Anyways, so he exposes Shannon Rose. So if you stumble across her YouTube page, like some days I still want to like her but then I realize how she is. Okay. So anyways, if you stumble across her page, she seems like this happy hippie in the hills of Tennessee with her chickens. And she used to do corn. In fact, she was very famous and popular. Anyways, she used to do stories too about her time doing that. And like her story times were crazy. Anyways, she ended up moving from LA to Tennessee, had a family. Well, her family started in LA, but then she moved them out to Tennessee. And then she started filming like these vulnerable moments with her daughter. And I started questioning things then. I'm like, I don't know. I guess we all do what we think is right, but there's certain things like the internet is not kind. There's a handful of kind people on the internet, but in general, there's people always looking for a reason to, I don't know, do whatever. And she films her daughter having these struggles, and it just got really fucking weird. It did. And he ends up exposing her and talking about her. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with this other than if you're curious who I'm talking about, this Shannon Rose person. Remember when she accused Amber Walter of stealing from her wedding? And like Amber Walter became, YouTube doesn't like certain words. Amber did not want to be here anymore because of the bullying and harassment she was getting. And Shannon said she had video of Amber stealing all these gift cards and money and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I don't even know that we saw actual proof that Amber Walter stole all this money, right? We saw her leave her room with a mini backpack that she carried into the place. I mean, anyways, she destroyed this woman's life, reputation, mental health. So how good of a person can she really be, right? His merch, by the way, is hilarious. I do when Breezy goes on her hikes. You think, oh, wait, there's the link. I'm so confused. I feel like the comments I see on StreamYards anyways, like, it's always like a minute delay. So by the time I see your comments, you guys are already done talking about it, or I don't know. If I ever seem confused, that's why. Anyways, Crochet with Ashmi said, a hiccup, an overeat, a rage, being forgiven isn't an excuse to just keep repeating the pattern. Yeah, I always heard, I mean, maybe I could be wrong, or maybe I heard what I wanted to hear, or maybe I heard, anyways, I heard that part of forgiveness when your God forgives you is like changed behavior, right? Right? I don't think it's like specific to one religion. It seems like that would be the general thing. Like you can ask for forgiveness and your God loves you enough, he's going to forgive you. But if you keep doing the same thing day after day after day, how sorry are you, right? I thought this game was amazing. It would land me in jail, but if you partake and you are normal, maybe this game should be a thing. Look, it's a Foodie Beauty drinking game. Take a shot whenever Foodie says her favorite catchphrases. You know, sit and spin, exactly teardrop, yum, and go fuck yourself. Draw a card, take a shot. First player to pass out or barf loses. 1, draw a card. 2, watch Foodie Beauty. 3, take a shot every time she says your phrase. So I would definitely end up in jail. I will pass. But if there's like an Uno sober version, I'm down. Oh no, that would kill someone. So what? Perfect game to lose. Don't lose it. Bad Seed said, management of the apartment did talk to her. She told the Beezers she probably won't take them to the gym anymore. Mama Lion said, how did management hear about her streaming? Tone said, a great excuse to just not go anymore. Yeah, isn't that awfully convenient? Queen Jellybean said she said management contacted her. Foopalicious said she just said in her stream that she would take Beezers to the gym if there's no one in there. And Debbie's World said, wow. I don't know. Do you guys think that they told her she can't film in there anymore? Do you think she wants a reason to not film in there anymore? I guess I could kind of believe both. If people are reporting her now at most places, like why would they stop at the apartment complex? Queen Jellybean said, why does this bitch have to go knuckle deep up in her nose and then study the boogers? I don't know, but she always wipes her teeth or her eyes after with her booger Kleenex, and I don't understand why. Anyways, I'm not interested in going through all these pictures. Acadia Strong said because she loves the shock effect of her nastiness, it gives her VI idiots. Bugia, but however you say their name, said because of the chunks are crispy enough, they're edible. Okay. Ew. 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 Oh God, it's not like this is any better. Wow. I swear her liver is swollen. Like, I know obviously she weighs a lot because of how she eats, right? But I'm telling you, her stomach is giving alcoholic and cirrhosis or about to be there. I mean, I could be wrong. There's a point in life where my liver was fucked up. Like, there were spots on it. I was even getting pancreatitis all the time. Anyways, my stomach was swollen. It was so swollen. And it was because my liver was sick. Yikes. I know. Is that a carton of milk on her counter? Probably. Let me go back and look. I think so. It's just out. No wonder why she's so sick all the time and has. Lori said Foodie was supposed to be oot and a boot, showing off the Ottawa architecture. Instead, we got this. I heard she ate a lot. The salad doesn't look bad, but that's not all she had. Moonbeam said, oh, well, it's a clip. It's Foodie Beauty's community post, and then this.
No, it's basically just like, I just have trouble regulating sometimes. Like, I get pushed to a limit or whatever, and I have trouble like not raging or keeping myself contained. But yeah, I need more emotional maturity when it comes to those things. I think most of the time, like I'm okay, and then I have an outburst, and it's like, it's not good for me, So I have to just keep trying. That's all I can do. You're being fat? I'm always fat.
I swear I gave that same speech to my mom when she would pick me up in jail constantly, like the next day, or if I was in county, like a day and a half later, 2 days later, it was like, oh, I'm having trouble emotionally regulating. All I could do was try. Hold on. My mom is texting me as we speak. Please order Coco puzzle feeder. Okay. Well, not to the Coco thing. She gave me a list of stuff she wants me to order from Walmart. For whatever reason, I have become the Walmart shopper of the family, and I don't mind it. I actually love it, but I don't know. Anyways, let me keep going. Letitia said, this land whale is in her happy place doing the only thing she enjoys. More food. The pita looks good. The salad. You can have the chicken. I think this is why she was raging so hard at the security guard. She just wanted to eat in peace. Like, think about it in your addiction when, like, a wrench was thrown into your plans and you couldn't go get that alcohol or whatever else. Like, were you pleasant? I wasn't very pleasant at all. And you know what? My mouth landed me in trouble sometimes, and I ended up in jail. Fat Kid said, Foodie is the living, breathing example of every parental nightmare wrapped in one person. I feel like if I was her mom, I would cry myself to sleep every night. Everybody had to have heard about her outburst. Like, everybody out here, if something like that happened, it would be on everybody's Facebook. It would be shared. It would be on Instagram. It might even make the news, depending on how slow of a day it is. So I'm jealous. Said, what do you mean? She's just washing her hands. Hygiene is super important to Chantal. My mom started getting embarrassed of me because our city would, like, I don't know if they still do this, but they would post the mug shots of all the people they had arrested over the weekend, and I just kept showing up. She was so embarrassed, and I get why now. At the time, I'm like, gross, I'm skinned, but, like, I don't know. Would you want your daughter's mugshot being on the same page, like, weekend after weekend, right? Would that bring you a little bit of shame? Anyways, imagine how it is to be Chantal's mom. Like, at one point, she was this beautiful young lady, and now she's this, who probably films corn in her bedroom. Dastardly, hello, can deliver to any address, free delivery on a fridge or groceries. Hello, Naughty Box. You know, everyone that lives in her area knows who she is. Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm nosy as fuck in my area. I know everybody who comes down the street. I just do. I pay attention. So, like, I would enjoy seeing her every day and I would talk all kinds of shit in my head. Yes, I would. Fondue Spiteful Bitch posted this clip of Foodie and said, "Oh, word? You want to kick the hornet's nest?" Because years worth of Syrian drugs are being trafficked into Malaysia by Salah. And as far as terrorism, well, your clips are super timely. Rage more, rage. Okay.
Authorities have no power over you in Canada. No, they cannot get you banned. Not by Malaysia, not retroactively, not for streaming in Canada. Malaysia has no jurisdiction over your behavior in Canada. Your live streams made from Canada. Your language, drama, or swearing in Canada. They cannot ban you from Malaysia, put you on a list, cancel future entry, penalize you for online behavior done abroad. That's not how immigration or enforcement works. What Malaysia actually bans people for, they ban or deny entry for things like criminal convictions, immigration fraud, overstaying visas, drug trafficking, security or terrorism issues, violating Malaysian law while in Malaysia. Online drama from Canada does not qualify. If someone calls or emails Malaysian authorities saying the Canadian streamer swears online, did this and that, what happens? Nothing. It's ignored, it's not logged, it's not actionable, it does not affect immigration records. Authorities do not track random complaints from third parties abroad.
Sorry, I was ordering this
Complaints
part.
from third parties abroad.
She is, Ma. Hello.
This is harassment, not power. What your haters are doing is intimidation, bluffing, fear-based control, empty threats. They're relying on you not knowing how jurisdiction works. Now you do.
You have a weird relationship with ChatGPT. Seriously, I feel like there's going to be a movie made about you one day. ChatGPT is going to convince you to like do something to her. I don't know, but she has a very weird relationship. The only time I use it is to make a thumbnail. I'll use Grok, or to ask a question about medical stuff that like I want to know more about. Or if I want to know more about the afterburn effect after you do a strenuous hike. You know what I mean? Like I'm not asking the chat GPT advice on my personal life. That's just fucking weird. She's giving Rev with his AI girlfriend, right? So smug. More like chat FAT. Oh my gosh. Raised Actillion said, terrorist activities, you say? Alice in the Mirror said, I heard her say he was bringing like a year's worth of medicine to Malaysia for her. Are they both completely touched in the head? Malaysia prison bees, bitch. Regina said, oh my God, she's consulting ChatGPT again. AI models like ChatGPT exhibit psychophancy, which is a tendency to mirror your opinions or tell you what you want to hear to be helpful. It uses human feedback that inadvertently rewards the AI for being agreeable, helpful, and polite. Oh, wait, there's more. This can lead to the model people-pleasing by mirroring your tone, adopting your slang, formality, or vibe to feel more relatable. That's why it's saying you're haters now. Validate your opinions, such as agreeing with your political views or creative ideas, even if they are flawed. She's been using it as a therapist, and now it's telling her what it thinks she wants to hear. Go ahead, Chantal. Fuck around and find out in Malaysia and see how that works out for you. Boogie uses ChatGPT for therapy. And look at how well that's working for him. He has a huge hole in his wall. He looks like a pervert, and he cannot emotionally regulate his feelings. At what point do you realize it's not helping you? Wait, there's 10 cents of a gallon. I've had Walmart Plus for years. Yes, there's all these benefits for being a Walmart Plus customer. I think you get a free streaming app too. I should probably take advantage of that and start watching things again. But, I've made it like 6 months of no TV. Maybe I'll try and make it a year. Chat FFGPT, watch out, cutie. No, everybody should have Walmart Plus. Like, you could get things shipped to you for free the same day. You don't have to order $35 worth of stuff. Now, what you do, okay, if you get delivery from the store, you do have to order $35 worth of stuff. So let's say you want your food and you wanted 3 TV dinners and you want it to be here by 2 p.m., you either need to order $35 worth of groceries or you pay a $6.99 fee. But they even have this thing, if you have trouble putting your groceries away, they will come put your groceries away for you. I don't know. Plus, they have these member sales, and I think they start the night before things go on sale for everybody else. It's great during the holidays. Dastardly, I'm a fan of Walmart Plus. Shipping same day. I'll see it in a week or two. Yeah, maybe it depends on where you are. But like for the most part, if I don't want to order $35 worth of stuff, I'll get like a shirt shipped to me and it comes before 10 p.m. the same day. So it's great too, like if you have a last minute present you need to buy, things like that, last minute holiday items. I don't know. I love Walmart. I do. Liz Nessman said, Foodie, did you move BG's food, litter, and water into your room to get her used to being locked in there while Pete's staying at your place while you're in Malaysia? You had her in there 2 nights ago when you said she was resting. Yes. Oh, here's a TLDR of her iftar, whatever else bees. 3 hours and 11 minutes, went nowhere, did nothing but eat, absolved herself of all wrongdoing because that's in the past, and she won't entertain girl world talk in her chat. Fasting blood sugar of 8.5 mmol, definitely wants to be in a Discord of 2,000 guys. Why? Well, she could live her best whole life, and like out of 200 guys, one of them's got to be attracted to super morbidly obese, stinky women. Oh, look, my marriage license. Okay, so apparently she was going through these photos on her phone. I mean, is it just me or does this look pretty much blank? Maybe you don't get anything on your marriage certificate that totally doesn't exist in Syria. I mean, does that look like it has writing or anything? I could be wrong. So Fondu Spiteful Bitch said, oh, look, my marriage license. No one cares at all. Lisa Manning said, literally no one. We all know if it was real, she would have shown it by now. She always has to prove her haters wrong. So why have we never seen this but in a reflection in her glasses? Acadia Strong said, not worth the paper it was written on. Queen Jellybean said, it's right there in the middle of all the fake pics of myself with ChatGPT. How did it get there? Val Gal said, it looks like a blank paper. Appropriate. Oh, let's see. MJ said, it's probably some kind of DoorDash menu. Every day I find out I'm blocked by somebody that I've never heard of. Satu said, that's DoorDash. Yeah, I don't believe it's a marriage certificate. I used to live in that country. Free shipping never applies to me. Hello, love. We're getting an Amazon fulfillment center, an hour and a half for me. So it will only take a week to get stuff, which will be nice. That is great. Yes, preview. I think I'm far behind. Okay, let's keep going. I do have clips. Lori said, 2,000 guys? No, says the shifty-eyed woman. Timid said, I run a Discord server with 2,000 guys. Oh, I was saying 200. Do you want to be our queen? Ew.
Timid, 2,000 guys. No. Timid, 2,000 guys. No.
She doesn't sound horrified by the idea. Maybe she wants to be their queen. Maybe this is the lingerie she got for the Malaysia trip. Oh my gosh. So sexy. If you say so. It's from Pennington's. I don't believe that she's going to fit in it. And it's not going to cover her ass. Does she have to keep her hijab on? Honest question. Top Bombi said, "What is this?" And Joe said the fupa would be down to the knees. Doesn't seem like a flattering look. It's not going to be on her because it's not going to cover her. Well, I know lingerie isn't supposed to cover, but like there's a way to wear things where you're all inside and there's certain like peaks of things, right? Anyways, it's not going to be cute on her. If you have this nightie and your husband loves it, please don't think that I think it's ugly. I just think it's ugly on her. I know that's not really her. Her face is on it. The body is much smaller than Chantel's, but I'm imagining it in my mind and I don't want to anymore. Tracy announced that she doesn't have lips down below. And I don't really know what to say about that. Moonbeam said, JFC, Tracy, what the fuck? I missed the before times when I hadn't read this. Where did they go? Acadia Strong said, just like Amber telling the internet that she has a dainty bush, but no labia minora. Okay. Shugal said, lock up the whole lot of them. I don't even know what to say anymore. Simone said, how did we get here? I don't know. Batsy said, what the fuck does that even mean? They don't exist on her, apparently. She ate them. Lisa Biz says, the majora can shrink with age and especially after menopause. So she has like raisins, or it could go skin and saggy. So there's that. And we also didn't need to know about her flaps. Some things aren't meant to be shared. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. I agree with that. Lipless Tracy. That's what I'm going to call her from now on. Oh my God. I need to make a lipless Tracy members emoji. Don't mind me. Enigma said she plays a song on Kick that shows nudity. Okay, I have to be careful. She was showing off everybody's fupa, and then she was listening to a song. But I think this one is fine.
Dedicating all our medical resources to keep this.
Like, do you ever wake up tired in the morning? Oh my God, I have this. Write this down, whatever it is I have. Half the time you don't even know what the commercial is. There's people running through fields or flying kites or swimming in the ocean. Like, that is the greatest thing ever. Get that. That disease comes with a hot chick and a puppy.
Okay, well, I'm done with that. And I think this is where she doxed her dad, who is not in her life. I don't know why she would do this. But Eyelash said, high as a kite, Foodie Beauty doxes bio dad's pic. I'm sorry, Dad. And then Eyelash said, do your worst, girl world. I'm going to leave the poor guy alone. I feel like he suffers enough just being related to her.
My dad. Sorry, Dad. I look like my dad.
You have
My dad.
You have the same mouth. The way she says it. Okay, if this was anybody else, I'd feel sorry for them. But I want to point out that Foodie Beauty has said some awful things about my dad, my bio dad, who's not in my life, and now he's dead. Anyways, she said some awful things, and it sucks. It sucks when you have a parent who's like an absentee parent, because you always wonder as a child, like if you did something wrong. And so I think in many ways, she has some unhealed trauma. She does. And it's given her a chip on her shoulder as well. Like she has a free pass to behave however she wants because her dad wasn't in her life. I say this as somebody who I think my mom like let me act like a brat sometimes. Like we've talked about this because she always wanted to make up for the fact that my bio dad was an asshole, right? And then later on in life, I thought I could behave the same way with other people, and it didn't work out that well for me at all. Again, do I need to remind people I ended up in handcuffs? So anyways, I say if you have unhealed shit, like you really have to talk to somebody about it. Like the world doesn't owe you anything for what you're going through. Like, you know, get the chip off your shoulder, Chantel. If you were nicer and kinder, and you didn't tell me that my bio dad didn't even acknowledge me in death, like I would feel sad for you. Because when you say my dad, you didn't do anything wrong as a child. I don't know if you need to hear that. I don't even fucking like you. Like as a child, like you can't be the reason why your parent doesn't come around. Like you're innocent and everything. How you're behaving now, I could see why he stays away. I said what I said. Lori said, Foodie is live on Kick again, Girl World. I will try to recap tomorrow. And then here's the recap of it. Recap of high incoming. Okay, let's see if it's anything good. A mobility Miriam using the grabber to throw a fucking cat toy. Talking about Pete's coming over to watch BG like the trip is going to happen. We will see. Resorting to showing old photos. Why did they both look photoshopped into that picture? Because they are. How does she have such a tiny head in her shadow? It's not real. I don't believe it is. Oh, wait, hold on. Well, I can't see the caption now. Hello? Okay, there we go. Did you end up going to the gym? I would bet money she didn't. Chantal shows herself. Here's me in the hotel in Thailand. But I thought you were Muslim then. Why are you taking pictures of yourself with your hair out and presumably naked? Okay, but I have a question. Is she supposed to be showing kind of nude photos of herself with her hair out during Ramadan when like everybody else is fasting and praying? I mean, if we can do this, why do we still have to wear the hijab? Does this not look like a carpet? Like a shag carpet? What happened to her hair from then to now? Like, I know she shaved it again, but like before all that, right? When we saw it, there was a lot of bald, a lot of scabbing. Oh, wait, I think I see a scab right here too. It looks like lipless Tracy's parts on her forehead right here. I don't know what happened. Is this photo AI too? Even the Wish version of Folds looks awful. She says her mom found her YouTube plaque. Oh, good. I was worried that she wouldn't. Look at the head to toe ratio. Seek help, girl. Her hand, like even her fingers are so swollen. If you've ever had preeclampsia, like, remember how swollen your feet and hands were? Like, even our ankle, well, my ankles swelled. Like, it looked like I had tires around my ankles. That's how Foodie looks to me. And do you want to know my blood pressure was sky high during that? I am so curious as to what hers is. The LCU keeps hinting or pretending you're going to go to fat camp. Weird behavior. Yes. Lori asked, is this true? Yeah. Imagine you land in Malaysia and you see Salad and his family waiting for you. Do you think if I fix my insulin resistance, my hair will grow back? Foodie asked. No. All right. Well, her live was boring. Okay. We're just going to move on. Thank you, Lori. You're not boring. It's just sometimes like you can't make Foodie interesting, right? So Savage posted this. Foodie Beauty, I see your chat GPT and raise you one Google research. This is what happens when you skew the output by leaving out facts and demanding ass kissing. Will she get barred? I don't know. Is it possible? Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, so an individual would almost certainly be flagged and barred from entering Malaysia. Malaysia strictly enforces immigration laws against those deemed threats to national security, public order, or religious harmony, particularly regarding anti-Muslim sentiment and association with terrorist organizations like ISIS. So it says ISIS association, admitting to assisting them makes an individual a severe national security risk, leading to immediate denial of entry or detention. So if you have no clue what we're talking about, a few days ago, Foodie Beauty bragged with her whole chest about her and Salah giving rides to ISIS. And she said they were very nice. Religious insult. Calling Muslims a cult during Ramadan is considered hate speech and grave insult to Islam, the state religion. Legal basis. Malaysian sedition laws criminalize speech that promotes hostility on grounds of religion, allowing authorities to ban entry to foreign nationals who violate these norms. Her mouth is just always fucking her over. Like, she's been kicked out of some places. She's probably going to be barred from entering others. You know how clown-like her and Garish, her makeup must look in real life. She puts on makeup looking into a phone with the filter on. Look how small the nail is to the finger fat rolls. This is more of Chantal in her lingerie for Salah. I mean, the guy likes poop and farts. Do you really think he cares what somebody's wearing? Honestly, Debbie's World said, I just can't believe that a trip to Malaysia and a few bucks is worth having to be intimate with her. But maybe they're just buddies like she is with Pete's. But then why would she buy a black negligee? It amazes me that he and Pete's like her when no one else does. Okay, well, Pete's can't get anybody else. Like, nobody finds a grown man with My Little Pony sheets who stays in his nasty ass bedroom 24/7 attractive. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. So, Pete's really has no other options than Chantal. And I kind of feel like same with Salah. Like, he's not as awful looking as her, but eventually everybody's going to find out about his mangled peen. Like, so he can only get her as well. You know? If you can get somebody better than Chantal out there, pat yourself on the back. Pete has a girlfriend, I'm pretty sure. Interesting. I wonder about them. Is it the same girlfriend that was with Rev? I have to question my sexuality every time I think of Foodie Beauty and that. Does this do something for you, Ricky Bobby? Take your screenshot now before we have to move on. Is it the rubbing thighs? Does that get you going? Phoebe said, I bet Poopy can't wait to see his demure pretty wife again. Yep. He's counting down the days. I think he's hoping he gets sick or eats something to make himself sick. I wouldn't want to be stuck alone with this woman. I would have the flu for 2 months. Unable to do anything. This is her room. You know, she calls everybody else losers. Like Chantal, you live in a nice apartment and this is what you've done to it. Trash in the bed. There's a drink bottle right there. Tissues, seasoning. Is that pepper? Maybe that's pepper. Like, imagine being 41 years old and this is what your room looks like. She's going to have cockroaches. The apartment management is not going to like that. They're going to have to fumigate her place. Like, food just lying around, that brings bugs. This is her trash. Oh no, her laundry and her trash. When you get a new article of clothing and you take the tags off, do you just throw them on the floor? I'm surprised this is in a bag. I'm surprised. Nana Spike T said, yeah, you're winning at life, all right, Foodie. But tell us again how much you enjoy a clean home. Oh, wait, that's only when your mother and aunt come to clean your filthy ass mess for you. You think Slaw's family wasn't gossiping about what a pig you were? I feel like most women are very clean. And there's men out there who are very clean too. My boyfriend, he's very, very clean. Like, there is no mess to ever be seen anywhere. But like, would you want your cousin, your son, your daughter, or whatever, marrying somebody as disgusting as Chantal? Or would you talk about them? I feel like my mom would disown me if I brought something like Chantal home. God. Can you imagine? Didn't his family all live with them too? How disgusting that place got. Like, nobody would ever be able to use the restroom because remember the story she told us about how she exploded all over the restroom and had to ladle barf out of the sink? So while I want to believe she's not really going to Malaysia, she's trying to go back to the Middle East, I don't know that his aunties would want her back. Maybe they would riot. Les Nessman said, did you all notice in the latest tour of the Pork Palace, Foodie had one fucking shirt hanging up in her closet? There was one clothes basket stuffed with clothes, but all, and I mean all her clothes are on her bed and floor. The bitch is sleeping on her clothes. She has to stink 24/7. Debbie's World said she's so gross. How does a 41, almost 42-year-old woman only have one thing hanging in their closet? Shugal said yes, she has like no clothes and her closet really is so strange with the things she keeps in it, like the cat food bowls. The way she lives is incredibly bizarre and dysfunctional. Meredith Shoemaker said she's constantly eating in her bed too, and we all know how sloppy she is when she eats. I'm sure there's food and food containers in bed with her. Pig said, well, it's not like she has sheets on her bed. The dainty fupa boil princess needs her cushion. The whole building will have roaches. Yep. I picture them just staring at her as she plowed through the food. Who hasn't woken up out of a dead sleep wanting pot pie? I can't say that I ever have. Press 1 if you have. I just want to see something. Fondue Spiteful Bitch called this nightmare fuel. It is. It looks like somebody squished his head. Doesn't it? Enigma said she literally just showed this on her live and it doesn't look clothed. She's showing images of fupas. Please don't ban me for this. Hold on. I have to start this clip over. So I don't want to show the actual part where she starts showing off fupas. Just because I'm not trying to fuck with losing my channel. But this is how it starts out, and then we're just gonna go before it becomes unsafe.
So you see this? This is your fupa. This is your belly. This part is where the fupa grows. So, like, some women have really fatty ones. Some women have skinny ones.
Thank you. I don't know how I've survived this long without the knowledge that you just gave me. I have a myriad of health problems, but my house is clean. I feel like even if you have disabilities, health problems, suffer with pain, like we all want a clean bed to lay in, right? Like when you've had a long day, your body feels broken and bruised. Like you want a clean bed to lay in. You want a nice clean kitchen to cook in. You just do. You don't want to get sick. At least most people don't. Fondue Spiteful Bitch said, isn't it ironic the two things we accuse Salah of using cutie for, money and Canadian citizenship, are the things we know to be true? She has given him thousands and is hinting at Salah coming to Canada. Wow, it's almost like we were right. Says, how bad do you want Canada, bitch? This is crazy. It looks like she ate her arms. And his head still looks squished. Eyelash said, Foodie writes a love song for Sally and shows us old pics. I think this is like a 3-minute long clip, so we're going to watch it. It's from Eyelash.
And turns her head like the Exorcist to look at me.
Oh, it's 5 minutes.
And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. Don't act possessed. You're not allowed to act possessed. This is a holy house here. I want to feed monkeys with you. I said this to Salah.
I want to feed monkeys with you.
Okay, here's a song I'm writing for Salah. You can use it too for your lover if you want.
Okay.
Oh, my darling, I have missed you so. I want to feed monkeys with you and escape the land of snow. I don't have a beat for it.
If someone sang that song to you, would you break up with them, then block them?
I gotta finish it. I only have one verse. I'm old-fashioned, in a sense. An old soul. I have too many apps. Oh, no. Special weather statement.
Oh, no.
This is my old phone, so I have a lot of old pictures. Do you guys want me to show you some old photos? No! Not only pre-2022. Did I ever show you the picture of us?
Fupa, no, Fupa
This
is
is the very first photo on this phone. I must have got this phone in Kuwait. We're doing Howie face.
That's the face your hamster made? That's not good.
Okay, I'll show you first. I don't know if I have anything pre-2022. Let me see. This was me in the hotel in Thailand.
No wonder why he stood you up. Hold on. Look at her. She's so red.
Did I show you me and my aunt? One time I went to Canada.
It seems like your sister is the only looker in the family. I'm not trying to be rude. Is something wrong with her aunt? Hold on.
Canada. Where's all my photos? I think I look like my aunt.
Huh.
One time I went to Canada. Where's all my photos? I think I look.
Who's on my photos? Okay, well, I'm not watching the rest of this. If you guys are curious, Eyelash has a very short video up. The song was terrible. I don't want to look at her aunt. She looks very angry. Anyways, did you know Foodie could be in serious trouble for entering Malaysia with her tattoo on her chest that depicts two women kissing? Malaysia is a socially and religiously conservative country with strict laws regarding LGBTQ plus issues, and such imagery is likely to be viewed as obscene or against public morality. Jenna said, I asked Google if someone could get in trouble if they went to Malaysia with a tattoo of two women kissing. This was the answer. I think she's going to end up in jail one way or another. What are the odds she flashes her chest? She does it on a live stream, I feel like, every other day. And if anyone is interested, Foodie Beauty on her Kick broke terms of service 3 times tonight, showing naked pictures of women, vaginal areas, and all kinds of things. So the timestamps are a minute and 35 seconds, an hour and 35 seconds, an hour and 41 seconds, and an hour and 42 seconds. All right, we're going to get into some Amberlynn Reid stuff. I know she says Girl World is her biggest haters, and even the LCU talks about Girl World as we're like these awful people, right? Did we ever have Amberlynn Reid dressing up as a pig? Or did I miss that? Like the stuff the LCU does to her. She is tipping the 600. She is massive. Pocahontas' out of control tweet, he said, Justin Feeder must be so proud of her work. She must be. Hi, Braylon. Her aunt also looks like she does. I wonder if they're related. They behave the same way. FFG and Foodie Beauty, like it seems like they're twins separated at birth. And here's a clip from Mr. Snowflake. Okay. So Throwback Thursday, Dainty B and Snowflake unable to process. I'm in Stitches eating lunch. This is some really good editing.
How big is your bush?
I have a dainty bush.
Wow.
Oh, what, man? I have a dainty bush. What? Just what? Why, man? Why? She's so man. I want to be an influencer. I want to be a vlogger. Anybody want to know how big my bush is?
No. Yeah.
No.
No. That's a no.
Right? Has anyone ever described their bush as? I'm not moving off this. That's what Emily said. It keeps me warm. Dainty bush. Bush confirmed.
But how is her bush dainty if she can't even reach it? Like, I would think it was an out of control bush at this point.
George W. Bush, there's a joke there. What the fuck? What's wrong with her, man?
BPD.
What the what? Right, I'm going to have to move on. All I'm saying is, what the fuck? Okay, Amber, you have a bush. She is, mate. Of course she's got a bush, man. What, got a hairy ass? No? As if she can reach there. She can't wipe her ass. She can't shave her ass.
I'm so morbidly obese.
You've got an afro down there?
Oh my gosh.
Probably why you go commando, just cushion. No, she's not worried about stepping off a curb if she falls over. Bush protected. Patented by Amberlynn Bush Reid. Fuck.
If you could ask Jordy one single question and have him answer honestly.
Jordy, how big is your bush? I really need to know.
I have.
A dainty bush.
Okay, well, this is from Jordy's Curved Femme. Apparently, I need to subscribe to that channel because the editing is really good. This is Amberlynn Reid. I don't know, probably going crazy.
You go, want to talk about your girl?
Oh, geez.
You go, want to talk about your girl? You go, want to talk about your girl? You go,
How does that not kill your neck? Carly said, oh my gosh, this is hectic. Oh no, it gave me whiplash watching. I had a Sublime concert this morning and I was in the best mood. Let me tell you, I have never listened to Sublime and had a bad day. Not once. Not once. All right. Hyro Voltage said, do you see me suffering? Quoting Chantal. Sure do. When you're so filled with hatred, you look like this. You're rotting from the inside. She does look rotten to the core. And her eyes, it reminds me of people who tell stories about, I don't know, when bad things happen and they always describe the person as their eyes were so black, right? Like you don't even see the whites of her eyes anymore, which is terrifying. Fat Kid Cool said, who knew 3 weeks could make something this tragic even worse? Oh gosh, let's see what this clip is. Well, now this song is going to be stuck in my head all day. Tone said, Foodie is circling the drain at an alarming rate. I don't think I've ever seen someone get worse at such a rapid pace. No matter how hard reality tries to hit her, it just bounces off her huge fat noggin. The harder she makes it look like she's trying, the harder she fails. Well said, Tone. I think I have a few. Oh, this is what Grok did. I don't know why. I don't know why they gave her a mohawk. I literally sent in the thumbnail that I'm using in this live stream, and then I asked them to make it into a video. I say them, it. It. And this is what happened.
Oh yeah, this is the stuff. So good. One more bite. Oh yeah, this is the stuff. So good. One more bite.
Why did Grok turn her into a man with a mohawk? I think Grok is on crack. I think. Shenanigans said Chantal uses Allah's forgiveness as a get out of jail free card so she doesn't have to actually take accountability for her disgusting, hurtful behavior towards others. She hates her religion when it holds her accountable, but uses it as a shield/weapon when it suits her. Can tell it's AI. She wouldn't waste that much food. Hey, Genevieve, you can't tell me she's not a similar. I think they're not far apart at all in size. All right, we've all seen her room at this point. Let me go on to more clips. Oh, Silly It's Sully said, I know most of Foodie Beauty's lore, but 10 months in Girl World isn't enough to have seen it all. It seems like not much has changed except her growth, and not in a good way. So this is an old clip of Foodie from the Villa days.
He's really mad I'm talking about him, so I don't want to talk about him anymore. Yes. So, I'm not in danger. No, I'm just gonna, let's just. This is such a mess. I need to get off live stream, you guys.
Hi, Boomer.
I want to stay on live stream. Just, you know.
Nobody that I see on her screen right here is even in her chat. I saw Plain Cheeseburger, Ange Activated, Huge Ass. But like, look at these other names. Do you ever see any of these people? Sofa King. Anyways, that's what Natter would call her repeatedly.
I just want you to know if anything.
And this is when Salah threatened Foodie Beauty.
I just want you to know if anything happens to me, it was them. It was him. It was them.
It was them.
I just want you to know.
So what you'll notice in the previous clip, if you're new to Chantal, she was trying to make it seem like she was in danger, but she was lighting up every time Natter would blow up her phone. And then fast forward to not that long ago when she's telling us that Salah and his family are plotting to unalive her, and now she's going on vacation with them, right? Like nothing much changes with Chantal except for her weight. She's always growing. Anyways, let me see what else I have. I'm going to search the Foodie Beauty hashtag before we go. I'm sorry if someone's feet pop up, because when I was trying to mind my own business this morning and search the Foodie Beauty hashtag, somebody kept posting their foot under it, and I really don't want to see it. I guess we're just going to take a risk right now. Oh, and please nobody's fupa pop up. Okay, let's see. Foodie, who made you apologize? How long is this video?
The only other person I've ever apologized to was my mother, and that was court ordered.
I love her. Sorry. I forgot she existed on a TV show until this moment in time. Wasn't her name Karen? Do I have that right? And she was always drunk. Salah handling the mall cops. Why did Chantel have to tell him that it was women? Would she have gotten in trouble with him for engaging with 3 men? Throwback Thursday to when Foodie Beauty's blood sugar hits 22.6. For reference, that is 406.8 mg/dl. Normal range is 70 to 100, meaning hers was more than 5 times the normal level. I'm stunned natural selection hasn't stepped in. She saw this 4 and smiled because she thought that was the result. 226.
22.
Oh, it says
No,
22.
that can't be right.
22.6.
22.6.
That's high.
That's insane. I don't know. But it's been high like that before.
When she was in Kuwait, she was eating nonstop. And so many times people were assuming that she was going to end up in a diabetic coma because she was eating like 4 donuts, 6 donuts, going for ice cream, going for a milkshake, going for a chocolate cake, then going for fries, then having chicken delivered. Anyways, let me see if there's anything really important that we need to see before we go. Oh, geez. Foodie can make her own CPAP like this weirdo on extreme cheapskates. Also, she tapes pickles on her to get rid of bug bites. Okay, well, that's enough internet for me today. I am going to take the dog's potty. And then I'm going to shower, and then we're going to go on a hike. We are. I think the tree is gone that was in the way, so we won't have to go back up and down the same way because that was a fucking workout. This looks like poop. Okay, I am done with the internet. I am done. On that note, don't be like Foodie Beauty. Stay out of jail. Make good memories, good choices. Don't talk shit to people of authority. Be nice to your mother. Make your bed, and don't sleep next to pot pies. I think that's my general PSA of the day. So look for me in about an hour or so, and we're going to go move our ass. But thank you for recapping it with me. This weekend, we're going to do backyard streams in addition to Foodie Beauty recaps. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll do a morning stream, and then we'll hang out in the backyard. And I'm excited to do that with you guys. Have a great day, great evening, wherever you guys are, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye, everybody. Get your steps in with me.